ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Hi everyone. So in the previous class we discussed about insertion of the dielectrics and how it affects the capacitances and all the things, right? Now here we are going to do in this session the switching problems. Switching. So they will change the switch positions from one position to another position, so that how the charges or how the potentials may vary. Okay, right. Now before going to the switching problems today, before doing the switching problems, I am just going to tell you a method of finding common potential. So listen, here I have taken two capacitors. Initially two capacitors of capacitances C1 and C2 separately, C1 and C2, and they are already charged. They are already charged by the voltages, potentials V1 and V2, so that the charges are Q1 and Q2. So they are already charged separately by two batteries of voltages V1 and V2, and now the charges of the capacitors are Q1 and Q2. Okay. Now I will just connect the capacitors. I will just connect those capacitors what already charged, such a way that positive plates are together, negative plates are together. Now connect two capacitors so that positive plates together, positive plates together, and so that negative plates together. So positive plates together and negative plates together, so that, see here, so this is the first capacitor and this is the second capacitor. Already you know that charge is there, this is plus, this is minus, and this you know that this is Q1, right? And on this plate charges are already there, and this is charge is Q2, and this is C1 and this is C2. Now I am connecting such a way that plus charges are together, negative charges are together. Means you know that when end points are same, they are said to be connected in parallel. So what is the connection? It is parallel connection. Parallel connection. So positive ends are together, negative ends are together. Okay. Then when positive ends are together, there is some potential here and there is some potential here. Okay. Means the endpoints are same, means this is A and B I am taking. This capacitor has the same voltage AB, VAB. This capacitor also has the voltage VAB. So they should have the two capacitors. The two capacitors finally should have common potential. Should have common potential. It means that further charge distribution takes place. Sir, simply, I have 100 coulombs initially. My friend has 200 coulombs. Okay, and we both are connected. Let me मान लो ऐसा, we both are connected, and now अरे what is the total charge with us? 100 and 200, 300. Now when we both connected, we again charge distribution takes place, so that if who has the more capacitance, so that he will take more charge. For example, if both of us are same capacitances, means our capacities are same, it means that initially how much charge is there? 100 and 200, 300. Now finally together, we both are of same nature, so that we will share equally. So that out of 300, 150 to me and 150 to him. So that charges will distribute. Here also, initial charges are Q1 and Q2. Now finally, the charges will be different. So initially, what is the total charge, Amma? What is the total charge? Initially Q1 and Q2, means Q1 plus Q2. Then finally I can take the circuit like this. When some common voltage is there, the charge of the first one is Q1, the charge of the second one is Q2. And I can say that surely the final also the total sum of the charges must be same. Means the finally also the total charge must be equal to charges present on individual capacitors. Right? Now, sir, generally what is the formula for charge? Q is equal to CV. So I can say that Q is equal to C. Finally, what is the C? When they are connected in parallel, so I will write C equivalent into V. What is the V? V common. Because finally both of them are having same endpoints, so common potential. Now this is Q1 and Q2. These are the final charges. Right? Now, so initially we know that what is Q on the first one. We know the formula Q is equal to CV, means C1 V1 I can write, and finally C2 V2. And but now I can say that this charge is Q1 and charge is Q1, capacitance C1, this capacitance C2. Now due to the common potential, what is the Q value? Q equal to C1 into V common is equal to, so I am just writing Q total as initially Q1 plus Q2. What is the Q total initially? Q total initially Q1 plus Q2, and final also charges must be, some of the charges must be same, but the charge values may be different. As initially 100, my friend is 200. Now finally my charges will be 150, the his charge will be 150, means charge distribution changed, but total sum together is same. Now is equal to what is the Q1? Q1 is nothing but finally Q1 is equal to Q equal to CV formula. So Q is equal to C is C1, V means V common. So that is where C1 into V common plus this is Q2 means C2 into V common. Now I can say that the charges are Q1 plus Q2 by what is the common we can take? V common, take common into C1 plus C2. Now what is the common potential? Send this down. So Q1 plus Q2 upon C1 plus C2. Now what is the initial charge Q1? I know that C1 V1 initial potentials. So C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. This is the common potential when the two individual capacitors are connected, so that positive ends are together, negative ends are together. In this scenario, they both have the same endpoint, so that common potential they will get finally. So what is the common potential formula? C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. In that C1 C2 are the capacitance values, they are fixed. What is V1? Initial voltage. What is V2? Initial voltage of second one. Okay, right. Sir, in this case, for example, if positive end is connected to negative end of the second plate, if positive end of C1 connected to negative end of C2, then what happens? Simple thing is that here according to junction law, here this will be Q1, and what is this charge? If it is minus Q2, now total charge must be, coming is Q will be Q1 minus Q2, charges will be different. So here initially the charges are q1 plus q2 we have taken. If endpoints are different and if endpoints are opposite polarities, we can simply say V common is equal to q1 minus q2 you will write. That is why C1 V1 minus C2 V2 by the total capacitance of the system will be same. Parallel means C1 plus C2. C1 plus C2. This is how to get common potential. Common potential when two capacitors alone connected. Okay na? Right. Now in this case charges will be distributed. Charges will be distributed. While charge is distributing means some charge is passing through the wires, these connecting wires. See, here is initially 100 coulombs for me, but now I got how much? 50 more, 150 I got. Means some charge is passing through the wires, means some energy will be wasted, because passing through the wires means in the form of heat or something. So now I am going to find out what is the loss of energy. What is the loss of energy in this situation? Okay. So in this question, what is the initial energy of the first capacitor? Initial energy of the first capacitor, you know the formula, half capacitance formula is C1, okay, half C1 into V1 square. What is the initial energy of the second capacitor? Half C2 into V2 square. Now finally they both acquire common potential. Hence what is the final energy of the first capacitor? Half C1 into V common square. And final energy of the second one, half C2 into V common square. Now what is the loss of energy? Loss of energy, you know that loss of energy delta U is equal to initial minus final, because I told you in final charge distribution takes place so that there is a loss only. Initial is more than the final, so that is why Ui minus Uf. So what is U initial? Both of them, half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. This is initial energy, minus what is final energy? Half C1 V common square plus half C2 V common square. In the place of V common, you can keep the value what we got, C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. If you solve this, after solving, you may get this one as, there is a formula, half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2 whole square. This is the loss of energy, half C1 C2 by C1 plus V2, this is like a C into V square, half C V square, right? Half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2, initial and V1 and this is V2 initially, then that difference is square. So this is how to get the common potential and loss of energy in the connections, right? Now we will go to switching problems. Okay na? So here we will discuss one problem. Listen carefully. There is a capacitance and here one more, and here is a switch where this will be connected. Okay, this is 1, this is 2, switch is P. Okay. And there is a battery. Right, I am taking 3 microfarad, this is also 3 microfarad, this is also 3 microfarad, and battery voltage is 12 volts. Okay na? Right, now what I will do here is, initially switch P is connected to 1. means switch is connected to 1, means there is here no connection. Okay na, right? So I am going to explain what is the situation. So here switch is connected. Now the diagram will be like this 3 and this is 3, and when switch is P is connected to this 1, automatically this is P, this is 1, okay, and this is a battery, this is battery, and this 3 is alone connected to the battery, okay. So this is 3 microfarad and 3 microfarad, 3 microfarad, and this is 12 volts, okay. Now see the endpoints of this capacitor and endpoints of this capacitor both are same. Let me take A and B. Automatically these two are said to be connected in parallel. So what is the effective capacitance of parallel is sum of the capacitances. So I am going to just redraw the circuit again to find out the equivalent capacitance, okay. So as 3 and 3 are in parallel, so 3 micro and 3 micro are in parallel. So what is effective is equal to C1 plus C2 only, so that it will be 6 micro. Now that 6 micro and this 3 micro will be in the same branch in a series. So 6 micro and 3 micro will be in a series. Now what is the C equivalent? You can say that in series C1 C2 by C1 plus C2, so that 6 into 3 by 6 plus 3, which is 2 microfarad. So this is what equivalent capacitance. So that what is the charge drawn from the battery? So you know that Q is equal to CV. So C is 2 micro into voltage is 12, so that 24 microcoulombs. This much charge is drawn from the battery. So that here you can find out. So this charge will start like this and has to split because it is a parallel. So that now through these capacitance it is Q1 and it is Q2, and you know that these two are equal capacitors. As they are equal, now what is the charge? What is the charge Q1? So Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to, charges will distribute equally, so that which is Q by 2, which is 12 microcoulombs. So through this 12 micro, and again join, again come through this one. So that is how, what is the energy? U1 is equal to half C1 into, or charges we know, so that Q square by 2C formula. So Q1 square by 2C formula. What is Q1? 12 square by 2 into C is 3. So it will be 26. So 12 into 12 by 6, it will be 24 microjoules. And similarly U2 also same, because Q and C same, so 24 microjoules. Now what is the internal energy stored in the third one? U3. So as the total charge 24 will split, again join and come. So what is the charge? 24 microcoulombs. So that now here what is the energy formula? C we have and Q we have. Again Q square by 2C. So Q square will be 24 into 24 by 2 into C is 3. So automatically this will be 6 4s, it will be 96 microjoules. So this is how energy stored we got. And you can say that what is the work done by the battery? Work done the battery is VQ. So that V into Q. What is the V? 12 into Q is 24. So that 12 24 is how much? So 12 4 is 48. 24 288 microjoules. So this is the total work done. In that some energies are stored if you sum all of them, and the remaining will be called as a heat lost. Okay now. Here you can connect switch from P to 2 also, then also you will get the same circuit will be different, so that you can find out the, so that you can do it as a homework. Okay. So here I just explained you how the way the charges are distributed when switch changes from 1 to 2. Now I will use the same switching problem in common potential methods. Okay na? So we will discuss one more problem here. Right. So here the problem is switching problem. There is a switch S, it will be connected to a capacitor with a source of voltage 12 volts, and this capacitance is 3 microfarad I can take. Okay, and here I am taking one more capacitor of a 6 microfarad. So here the switch S is might be close to one time to another term. Switch will be switching in between these two. Okay. Now when switch S is connected to one point, when switch is connected to first point, now in that case this is open na? Now this will not be coming to the circuit, so circuit becomes like this. Only this capacitor will come into the circuit, this will not under the circuit, so that this is 12 volts and this is 3 microfarad, and you know that when switch is connected, so the charge will start from the battery and it will be stored on the capacitor. Now what is the charge stored on the capacitor? Q is equal to CV. So Q is equal to, capacitance is 3 micro and voltage is 12, so that will be Q is equal to 36 microcoulombs. So this much charge will stored on the this one 36, means this is plus 36, this is minus 36. Now what happens? Now switch change to second position, change to 2 position. It means this switch is given to this one, means this one is not connected, so that battery will not be coming to the circuit. Now the circuit will be only this 3 micro, and now this comes into 6 microfarad, and take this as a plus, this as already plus. It means that positive ends are connected, negative ends are connected. So can I say they are under common potential method? Because endpoints are same, so because of endpoints are same, so V common we need to find first by the common potential method. Now can I say like this, total charge of this one is 36, now that 36 will redistribute again, so that here 3 micro and 6 micro, so that they again redistribute. Okay na? So how to find out common potential? So common potential formula we know already, that C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. This is common. C1, this is what C1 initially, or you can say this is C1 3. What is the initial voltage of this one? 12 na? Because in the first connection 12 is connected. So 12 plus C2 will be 6, and in the first connection 6 is not present, voltage is not there, so that 0 by C1 plus C2. So 3 into 12 is 36 by this is 0 plus 9, so that V common will be 4 volts. Now what is the common voltage of both of the capacitors? Now across this one 4 volts, across this one also 4 volts. Now can't you find out the charges after redistribution? So after redistribution charges on the first one Q1 small q1 I will write. So Q1 is equal to, formula is CV, so you can say that C1 into V common. So what is the capacitances? 3, and what is the voltage common? We got 4, so this will be, this common is 3 micro, so this is 3 micro into 4, it will be 12 microcoulombs. And what is Q2? You can simply say that out of 36 microcoulombs, now what is the charge of the first one? 12. The remaining 24 will be second one. So we'll see C2 into V common. So C2 is 6 micro into V common is 4. So that 24 microcoulombs. So this is how charges are redistributed. And I will simply tell you one more technique. Fatafat. So here initially switch is connected to first one, so the total charge is 36. And after that switch is connected to second one, and there are only two capacitors, so that we have a common potential method. So what is the common potential we got? Common potential is something 4 volts, but I will not take that common potential. But as I know that when they are in parallel, V is constant, hence charge formula is equal to Q equal to CV, and V is constant means that Q directly proportional to C, means the total charge will be divided into the ratio of the capacitances. If more the capacitance, it will take the more charge. Array, what is the total charge initially? 36 ra. This 36 will be divided into the two capacitors in the ratio of their capacitances. Now what is the ratio of their capacitances? This is 3 micro, this is 6 micro. Whose capacitance value is more? 6 micro. So what is the ratio? This is 3, this is 6, means 3:6 means 1:2. Means if this capacitor is going to take one part of charge, this capacitor will going to take the charge of 2 parts, means totally 3 parts. Now total charge you divide into 3 parts, 36 will be divided into 3 parts, means 12. In that 3 parts, one part will be taken by the first one, that is why 12 microcoulombs. Second one is 24. So this is how the charges are distributed when the switching problems are taken. So if you are not aware of that logical thinking, you just do by the procedure. When switch is connected to the first one, so what is the total charge accumulated, and again switch is changed, in that two capacitors are there, you can connect, so that V common you can take, then formula Q is equal to C1V and Q2 is equal to C2V, right? We will discuss one more. Okay, here there are two capacitors, already they are charged. Initially two capacitors are there. This capacitance is C1, which is 3 microfarad, and it has already charge. Of you can say 12 microcoulombs. It means this is plus, this is minus. And I have one more capacitor with me, which is you can take like 6 microfarad C2, and this has a charge. Initially this has a charge 12 microcoulombs. Means already they are initially charged. They have a charge. Okay na? Now both are connected. So that opposite polarities at one end. Means now I am connecting the capacitor. See how this is the first capacitor to the second capacitor, so that plus of the first one is connected to the negative of the second one. This is capacitor 1, this is capacitor 2. Okay na? So positive end is connected to the negative end, and I can say that this capacitor endpoints are same. Like I can take this is endpoint A and point B. Now this potential, this capacitor endpoints are AB, this capacitor endpoints are AB, matlab they are in parallel, right? So now when they are in parallel, now how the redistribution takes place? Array, what is the initial charge here? 12 micro. What is the initial charge here? 12 micro. Totally, what is the total charge? 24 micro. What is the total charge? So Q total will be 12 plus 12 is 24 microcoulombs. Now that 24 microcoulombs, now they will distribute, and they are in parallel. As they are in Parallel, what is same? V is constant. That is what we can say V common, right? Now, V is constant means what is charge formula? Q is equal to CV and V is constant. So, Q depends directly on capacitance. Right. So, one more thing. They are connected in plus and minus. Plus and minus according to the junction, you know that this is the junction. So, at the junction, the total charge must be constant. Or it is plus, it is minus. How much it is plus? Plus 12. And how much it is? Minus 12. Means what is the total charge? 0. What is the total charge? 0. So, that is why 0 we are getting now. So, what I will take is, I will take this is some 48. Then it will be easy, okay. So, 48. So, this is 12 and this is minus 48. So, what is the total charge? 12 minus 48, it will be minus 36 microcoulombs. This is the total charge. Now, this because they are connected endpoints opposite polarities. Now, you can take at this junction total charge will be sum of the plate charges. This is plus, this is minus, plus already 12, this I have changed it, so 48, so that minus 48, so 12 minus 48 minus 36. Now this minus 36 they will distribute, see how. So Q directly proportional to C, as the more capacitance it will take more charge, and I told you Q directly proportional to C means, we know the formula, Q1 is equal to C1 by C1 plus C2 into total charge, right. Now Q1 means on this one, final charge. So Q on the first one finally is equal to, what is C1? C1 value is 3, C2 value is 6 into what is the total charge of the connection? Minus 36. So it is 3 by 9, it is 1 by 3, it will be, what is the total charge on the first one finally? Minus 12 microcoulombs. And when it is minus 12, automatically the remaining will be minus 24 because total charge is minus 36. So the remaining one will be minus 24 microcoulombs. Means finally you got the charges on each of the capacitors. Right. Now how to find out the common potential? Means potential of the each capacitor same. What is the V formula? Q upon C means Q upon C for first one or Q upon C2 second one. So as V equal to Q by C and every capacitor has the same potential, I can write the same formula. So we will check whether it is getting or not. So V1, what is the Q1? Minus 12 micro by what is C1? 3 micro. What is this? 3 and minus 4, how much? Minus 6. And we will check with this one also. What is Q2? Minus 24 with what is the C is 6. We are getting the same. So what is the common potential? Common potential is minus 4 volts. So in switching problems what we need to do? So initially they will give charge values, and then you must check whether how they are connected, whether they connected positive ends are at the same or negative ends are the same. If positive ends are same, charges will be sum of them. If positive and negative are connected, charges you need to take difference. We will see the same thing with the positive ends connected. The same problem I am taking. Okay now. Now I will tell you how these charges are distributed. See, C1 value 3, C2 value 6 and initial charges 12. Now they are connected so that same polarities at common point. Means this capacitor is connected to this capacitor so that plus at the common point, minus at this common point. Hence this is having some voltage V common, okay, this is 0. Now as they are connected, now you know that what is the total charge? What is the initial total charge? Initial total charge will be, this is 12, plus this is 24. Sir, how, why I am writing plus? Because plus plus connected, you can say that plus plus connected, you can say that at the node initial charge is equal to final charge. So what is this is plus, this is plus, so that is why I have added the charges. Now what is the total charge? 36 microcoulombs. Now this 36 microcoulombs they need to distribute when they are connected parallelly. Okay na? Right. Now I told you that when they are in parallel connection, voltage is same, so V is constant, which is nothing but V common, right? Now as V same, I told you Q is equal to CV methods. V is constant means Q directly proportional to C, means charge will be distributed in the ratio of their capacitances. It means Q1 is equal to C1 by C1 plus C2 into Q total. Now what is C1? C1 is 3. 3 by 3 plus 6 into total charge is 36. Now you will get 3 by 9, which is 1 by 3, it is 12. So 12 microcoulombs. Okay na? So 12. When Q1 is 12, automatically Q2 will be the remaining. Q2 will be the remaining 24 microcoulombs. So here the values may not be like proper, but here the method you are using is, you need to understand the method. Here the initially charges are given and they are connected plus plus one time, plus minus one time, but in all the cases that connection is called as a parallel. In parallel, voltages are potentially same, so that charge will be distributed in the ratio of their capacitors, capacitances. Okay na? If plus plus taken, total charge will be, you can add. If plus and minus taken, you just subtract. Okay na? Or sir, we can use the formula. You can use the formula V common, C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. There also you can get the answer. Okay, right. Now we are going to discuss here one more topic. So one more topic called as combining the drops. Like you can say that collisions, you can say collisions of, not collision, it is combining. So you can say that it is combining of oil drops. Oil drops will be in spherical shape, right? Okay. Now I have some oil drops, spheres, small spheres of radius small r, like n number of oil drops are there, each having a charge small q. Okay na? So this n number of oil drops I am combining to get a bigger drop. So small drops are combining to form a bigger drop. So small of radius r and bigger of radius capital R. So these n number of smaller drops are going to form a bigger drop. Then how the capacitance values or how the charge values may change. See here, as we add, the total volume will be equal to bigger drop volume. So volume of bigger drop must be equal to sum of volumes of small drops. Volumes of n number of small drops. So what is the volume of the bigger drop? You know that for sphere 4 by 3 pi into capital R cube is equal to, how many drops are there? N drops are there. Each drop, small drop volume is 4 by 3 pi into small r cube. So we can say 4 by 3 cancels. So capital R cube is equal to n into small r cube. You can send r cube that side. So you will get the relation r is equal to cube going that side becomes 1 by 3, means n power 1 by 3, r power 1 by 3, 3 cancels. This is the relation for bigger radius and smaller radius. Okay, now what happens to capacitance? If small q is the charge of single small drop, charge of small drop. Now what is the charge of big? So now charge of the bigger drop will be, so capital Q I can say. Now adding all the charges of each small q of n number. So what is capital Q is equal to small n times. So this is Q equal to nq, right? So we got the charge and we have the relation between the radius. Alright, now tell me, for a spheres like a spherical capacitor, the capacitance formula we already derived as C is equal to Q upon potential, where Q by potential formula is K, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Okay na? So that we can say the capacitance formula is 4 pi epsilon naught R. So for a single small drop, what is the capacitance? 4 pi epsilon naught R. Now the capacitance of the bigger drop, how much? Capital C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught capital R na? But you know that R formula is n power 1 by 3 times small r. So capital C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught. In the place of R I am writing, so C 4 pi epsilon naught n power 1 by 3 R. So this already small c, so that capital C is equal to small c times n power 1 by 3. So this is how capacitance of the bigger drop will be. Now what happens to potential? Potential of bigger drop will be what happen? So potential V is equal to, what is the formula for spherical capacitor? Potential is KQ by R na? KQ by R. So here K into, what is the charge of the bigger drop is small n times Q by, what is capital R? We know the relation, capital R is n power 1 by 3 R, n power 1 by 3 small r. So n is n by n power 1 by 3, 1, you know, n minus n power n minus 1 by 3, 1 minus 1 by 3. So 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. So we can write n power 2 by 3 times the small v. So total bigger drop potential will be n power 2 by 3 times smaller drop potential. Now likewise we can ask so many things like surface charge density, what happens? See, I am just relating the smaller drop things into the bigger drop. So I have related what happens to the radius, what happens to the charge, what happens to the capacitance, now voltage means potential. And if they ask you surface charge density, sigma, you know the surface formula is what? Charge upon area. So charge is Q by upon area is 4 pi r square for a bigger. So what is charge? N times of small q by 4 pi, then r square means r is this much, r square means n power 2 by 3 into small r square, then you will get n power 1 by n power 2 by 3 as 1 minus 2 by 3, it will be 5 by 3. So that you can simply say that n power 5 by 3 times, 5 by 3 into the sigma of smaller. Likewise all these things are going to relate. Okay, so in this class we have discussed about the switching problems especially. Okay na? So yesterday the force between the parallel plates, energy densities, and how much energy is stored and how much heat is lost and how much work was done by the battery, and switching problems especially when switch is connected 1 2, like how much that, what is the common potential and all, right? Okay, so we have a lot of problems to discuss. The next class we will discuss number of problems.